Hi guys, welcome back to another makeup video. Today we're sticking with the beauty theme that we had last week as well, and we're just doing a nice simple summery, probably more spring skin makeup look. The kind of makeup that you wear to a spa, maybe, like thin, dewy. Anyway, we're gonna get straight into it. Today's video is gonna be quite a quick one, so I don't know how long this video is going to be till I edit it, but if it looks significantly shorter than my other ones, it is just the style of the video. But I just thought we'd do a nice skin makeup because we haven't for ages, and we always concentrate on more creative stuff, and this is just what suited me this week, and I'm getting ready anyway to go to a spa, so let's get straight into it. So I'm going to start out by taking this Friday Social. It's like a skin serum, but when I bought it I didn't realise this until I'd already got it. It's a jet set, so it's like our roll-on serum is a ticket to Flight Fresh Radiant Complexion. So it's like a flying moisturiser, I don't know, maybe. But you basically like twist it for it to work, and it's got like this roller and you have to squeeze it and all of that comes out. Just put that on, and then I'm gonna roller it all over my cheeks. And I did originally buy this for my gua sha that I've been using, but it's just not that kind of serum, like, so I had to go out and buy another one that was like more oily so that it would help the gua sha like glide across the face. But this is still quite soothing actually. But guys, I have also recorded a skincare routine for you. I don't know how good it is, so I can't promise it, but I have recorded it and I think it should be fine. It's just going to be a really short video again. It just depends when I get to edit it because I need to do a voiceover. So you might be seeing that, you'll most likely be seeing this one before that's up, but it will be up at some point. Now that is on the skin, I'm gonna let it like settle in a second, but this is what we're gonna go with next, and this is just my Dove face moisturiser, and it's like gradual self-tan in the lightest shade you can get. So I still don't know if it does much or not, but I use it because it tells me it does, and to be fair, it does look like it's got some colour in it. And then put that all over my face to give me like a bit more colour than Ghost. I have never self-tanned or fake tanned in my life, so this is the first like tanning product that I've ever used. And I remember as well the lady from my prom dress appointment telling me that my dress would look lovely if I self-tanned. I was so against it as well, so I was not happy with that. But I didn't end up going to prom anyway, so I didn't end up self-tanning or fake tanning. Fake tanning, I mean not self. But I just thought, like, why can I not just be pale? Like, I'm really not bothered about being tan. Like when I see someone tanned, I am like, that looks good on you. But like, I've never been that person, and I do love like when my arm catches the sun, all the freckles like they morph together and sort of like give me a tan. But I've just never been that fussed on like, I need to be tan to be beautiful. Like, if I want to be tan, then fair enough, but why can't I just be pale in a dress? Like, I don't know, I feel like she shouldn't have said that, but just reminiscent. We're just going in with quite a few moisturising products, as you can see, just to almost create a good base so that we don't have to put too much product on top. And my skin is quite good at the moment. I have got a bit of scarring like around here, but other than that it's been pretty good. And I've been keeping up with my skincare, which you'll see if I ever get around to uploading that video. If I don't, I will show you next time I do a skin makeup or a video where I can fit it in. I'll show you what I use. And then for eyebrows, I'm just going to take this little mini Revolution brow gel, and I used this in Paris because I just took it for like the travel size to go in my liquids. It's actually really good, and I find with my Got To Be brow gel it can be a bit much sometimes. So I'm just going to use this today, and then I'm bringing it with me to the spa because we're staying. So I'm just going to actually brush this through, and like it doesn't pick up too much on the brush, which is good. Maybe that's just because it's a smaller brush. Spoolie, whatever. Just do the other one as well. And I have been liking my brows natural as well recently. I do like them when they're dyed. I just can't be bothered really. You know, I remember the days when I used to do a full, the big chunky brow with the fade at the front. Those were the days, but my eyebrows would take me like half an hour. And then I'm just going to go in with my Alpha Power Grip Primer. I'm not going to use too much. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm sort of just taking it off the back of my hand and rubbing it into my face. I'm going to do a bit of like underpainting, but it's not because these are like the Revolution drops. So I'm going to take what's left of my glow drops because these are almost gone. I'm going to add like a nice glow to the skin, and I'm also going to bronze with the bronzing drops in hopes that the layers we put on will be quite thin rather than having to pack on loads of colour. So I'm just putting that all over my face, and this is running out, but I have had it a while. And then I'm just going to take this big foundation brush and brush that into my skin. And then I'm just applying these bronzing drops to the areas that I would contour. And I will put a tiny bit on my nose as well. I'm just going to take a normal bronzing brush and use that to blend it in. And then with the nose I'll sort of just take a bit off and sort of like blend it around both sides. But now I'm going to take my L'Oreal Paris True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum, and I've been really enjoying this recently. I'm just going to apply everywhere near enough, and this is very light coverage, so I'm just going to take my foundation brush to blend this in. I was going to use a beauty blender, but could not be bothered to wet it. So I'm just going to blend this in. And this brush has still got parts of the glow serum on it, so the glow drops. So that should add as well. I'm just going to put a bit on my eyes as well. That was left over on the brush, just so that we don't look washed out. And just blending that everywhere. And down the neck a bit too. And now I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade Medium. And I'm basically just going to put a very light dusting over where we put the bronzing drops earlier. And this should just add a bit of setting in place as well. And then for blush, we're going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Disney 100 Beauty Light Wand. And this is just in the shade Pink. The one that you twist. And you twist it and you squeeze it and then apply. And I'll just apply that on my cheekbones. And then I'm going to take a blush brush and blend that in completely. and I used this in my last video as well, and I was saying about how even though we all know not to use liquids on top of powders, you really have to be careful with this product because it is so hard to blend out the colour once it's touched a powder, which is particularly difficult when you just use powder bronzer, but it is manageable. I will go more heavy than this. I will go more heavy than I would do if I was putting this on top of concealer, but we are going to go in with a tiny bit of concealer, which will dull it down a little bit. And then for concealer, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 3, and this is my lighter concealer. I normally use this, and I think I said in my last video that on more full coverage looks I like to use this to lighten up my face a bit, but I'm going to use it today for the same reason, rather than taking my darker Morphe one, because I just think we're looking a little bit off colour to the neck. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit in the inner corners of my eye, and then I always like to do a little dab there on the outer too. So I did also just go in with a little bit more on the high points, but literally the tiniest bit. And I'm going to take a very small beauty blender to blend under the eye. And then to set the concealer in place, I'm just going to take this Revolution translucent powder on a powder puff, and I'll just pat that under my eyes and slightly on the eyelid where you don't want it to be shiny. And then I'm just going to curl my lashes. And I think we're actually just going to do a no product on the lashes, because I do like a full skin look to not have anything on the lashes. It does look quite nice, so we'll see how they look. Normally if they weren't tinted I would probably go in with just a brown mascara. And that's the lashes curled, which I think is perfect. I don't think we need any mascara with that. And just to set this off, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Luminous Setting Spray, which will give us back that moisture. And then finally for lips, I'm just going to take this Revolution Glazed Lip Oil, and I'm just going to put a clear gloss on basically. I was going to tint my lips, but I literally can't be bothered. We're trying to be low maintenance here. And as much as people say lip tints are low maintenance, they're not, because you've got to wait like 15 minutes for it to stain. And this lip oil is like quite thin because it's an oil, but it's not really, it's a gloss. Like I feel like an oil should literally be like oil. I feel like that would be nice on your lips, but then maybe not. And then I've just taken every single product that we've just used and put it in this little MAC bag that I got ages ago from an advent calendar to take with me in my suitcase for the spa weekend. If I want to do a little glowy spa themed makeup, then I can. Yeah, I think I might take my hair out because I've had it in a plait for a few days. Like obviously I've replaited it. I'm hoping it has a nice wave to it, and I haven't washed it because we're going to be going swimming anyway. So I'll wash it once we've gone swimming. And it has got a nice little beachy wave to it from the plaits. And yeah, this is the finished video. I hope you enjoyed this little simple skin makeup routine thing. I will see you guys back here next week definitely for another video and at some point for my skincare video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment if you feel like it, and all my socials are linked in the description down below, and I have also been doing a TikTok at the same time as this, so my TikTok's also in the description. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next week for another one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.